Well, hello everyone. My name is Miguel Electronica, and I actually am one of the designers of this online course titled A Light from Within Yoga Journal. It's a journal, it's a workbook, it's a lot of things. It's all online. So what I'd like to do, before I even begin, is talk about one thing. I want to show you something here, and this is Time Magazine. Okay, so Time Magazine just put this out this month, December 2020, all about emotions. 3/4 of that magazine is about nothing but emotions and how they impact our life. Second thing I want to show you, also December of 2020, this here is from Nature Magazine. Now, Nature Magazine is a highly and respected scientific journal. Scientists and researchers from all over the world, they contribute their findings to Nature Magazine. They share them. All about emotions. This article is a great article. You can Google it, and you may be able to get it for free if you search long enough. But it talks all about emotions and how they impact our life. Another thing I want to show you is this book here by Robert Plutchuk. So this is an amazing book, and he, along with probably 20 other researchers and scientists and psychologists, people that work with other people, especially as it relates to emotions. So this course is very, very scientifically formulated to work for you as it pertains to yoga. 20 years ago, when I did my first yoga teacher training, I had a couple of prerequisites. One of them was that before anybody could sign up for the training, they had to interview 2 other studios just to make sure we always had a right fit. That was really important. And the second thing was I created a workbook and journal that I wanted people to work through throughout the course. And they did, and people loved it. And after a 20-year period, 2020, today, here I am talking about this course. I'd written a book called A Light from Within, Yoga Workbook and Journal. And this course that we created is based on the book, okay? So, it's a little bit marked up, but this was the book, okay? A little bit marked up, and people all over the world, they buy this book because it's on Amazon. Anybody can get it anywhere. And over the years, people have mentioned and they've emailed me saying, Miguel, why don't you put this into an e-course? Because it would be so much more dynamic. And I knew that was true. So I hired a couple coders and people, and we all came together and brought this course to life. So that's what I'm excited to share. The other important thing is this. Before I even get into some of the, more overt components of this training program, I'd like to just tell you that this course is social media intensive. You can share questions, journal entries, your personal enhancement exercises, your yoga poses. Every portion of this training can be shared with your friends, to people over Facebook, to other people in a teacher training, okay? So that's a really cool thing. It's a very cool thing. What is this course? Basically, there's 102 workbook questions, and that was probably one of the hardest parts, was really crafting 102 questions that could pertain to all the different kinds of people out in life. Why? Regardless of your age, if you're 21, if you're 35, if you're 50, if you're 70, right, or anything in between, these questions are applicable. So this whole course is based on your timeline. It's all based on the experiences throughout your life. So for example, in the 102 questions and the 102 journal entries, a place where you could journal any random thoughts, you could even create your own questions as a journal. And then to the left of every question and journal is what we call the chart of emotions, where there's 18 emotions. So if you answered a question and you're finished, you would look to the left of the question and you would check mark on the computer all the different emotions that came up for you. And then you would scale the intensity of that emotion, or each and every one, from 1 to 10. And then what happens is you create this database, and I'm actually going to come over here, and this actually is the course here. And I'm going to hit where it says Global Progress Report. So I hit that. You can see my name, and you can see these two charts. One is a pie chart, and one is a bar chart. Do you see how this all works? There's 18 emotions. You can actually see them right here, all of them. Or you can come down here, and you see joy, love, hope, so on and so forth. Okay, all the way down to shame. So depending on your questions, your workbook questions in your journal, every single one, you assign as many emotions that come up for you. You give it a scale of intensity, and this is what you create. This, what we call personal emotions imprint map. So this is so cool. No one's ever done anything like this. I've been intrigued with emotions and just the grist of life, right? And this is how we created this. We created this through trainings, and, having taught yoga for 25 years now, I can see how much emotions impact our lives. I can see the importance of knowing how to upregulate and downregulate an emotion. And the more, like that Nature article I showed you, the greater the repertoire of emotions, even in your language, it just allows us to become freer, lighter, healthier individuals. And then, of course, there's all the yoga, there's the pranayama, there's meditation, there's so many different things. If I scroll down here, it also shows me, of the 102 questions, there's 26 of each one, because it's broken down into seasons. How many were answered? How many weren't answered, right? It gives me this past, present, future report, because for every question, I actually say, okay, based on that question, is this from the past? Is this emotion, present? Do I think this is an emotion into the future? So that's kind of a really cool thing. So it gives you this, like, are you too far into the past? Are you very present? And it's not a judgment, but based on the criteria of your workbook questions and journal answers, this is what is produced. We have random act of kindness. So it's broken down. The book is broken down into 4 seasons and has 52 parts, or weeks, if you will. And there's even a place where we have 52 mudras, right? So, the mudra, regardless of what it is, right? You hold the mudra and you meditate. Now, you don't have to. You can just do a meditation, and that's fine too. And it keeps track of all your hours of meditation. So very, very analytic, intensive. And at the very top here, you can see there's a progress bar, and it's at 25%. So as I start to work through this course, I always know where I'm at. I can look at the progress report, boom. And there's like 6 different. It goes from 25 to 35 to 50, things like that. And you always know where you're at. And you have, again, up to 1 year to complete this course. Some people do it in 2 months. Some people take a full year. It doesn't matter. So that's a really, really cool thing. And the other thing I just want to show you is, if I go back to the dashboard, you can see here, there's 6 different chapters, and just check it out. This course, you can sign up for 14 days, as I said. You can play around. You can start creating your own personal emotions imprint map. But most importantly, while you're working through the course, you can actually see how the course is impacting your life, your awareness, how light you feel. The yoga makes you feel good, doing the poses. There's a lot about, pranayamas, and as I said, meditation. So check this course out. Check out the other videos. And, quite frankly, I implore you to take a step towards greater health today. So, Miguel Latronica, thank you so much, and I bid you a wonderful day. Thank you.